Now, you gave us your budget wish list. Was what you heard what you expected?
Well, I must say, Ria, I was a bit pleased on one hand because most of the recommendations that the chamber would have made to the Secretary for Finance, we heard it coming out of the on the budget presentation. So one, we were a little bit happy to hear that the Tobago House of Assembly, one, is looking at diversification, and the Secretary did indicate that to a large extent, especially in the agriculture sector, and he did point to specific things that will happen. Serious agriculture in the Friendship area, which is, flat land that can work for agriculture. So the coming on stream of Cove as an industrial port, we've been fighting for a number of years to get a commercial port in Tobago. The trust in tourism. Tourism is really and truly a great economic earner for Trinidad and Tobago, but it's only Trinidad and Tobago throughout the whole Caribbean that we've seen a decline in tourism. Everybody else is making money. So yes, we were happy to see that the Secretary would have pointed in a direction and in terms of the thinking as to one where the chamber's recommendations.
What were some of the things you wanted to hear but didn't?
Well, I really actually wanted to hear one, how are we going to, because for years we've been focusing on recurrence. So what they've been doing is that for years they've been getting $1.9 billion, $1.8 billion for salaries, and in terms of development, you're just looking at $300-400 million. What is needed really actually is serious development for Tobago. Tobago has been really and truly let down for the last couple of years in terms of what they've been getting for the recurrent, for what they've been getting for the development as part of the budget. What we also want to say to the Minister of Finance is that we saw the trend for the last couple of years that they've been just given the 4.03% of the national budget. And it is time that we look past that and we look seriously at how we're going to give a big boost to Tobago in terms of developing the island. Because what you can do is give Tobago the development fund. Let us upgrade the facilities, the tourism sites, all the other products. We have an excellent product in Tobago. But what you need really and truly is the development fund to fix up these places and say, listen, I have given you this money in Tobago. I'm now holding you accountable to get tourists in here, to get people to spend. And that is what the government should really be doing. And that is what we hope to see when the Minister of Finance presents the national budget later on in this year.
I know another issue. I heard that you mentioned it yesterday as well. Issues with the sea bridge and air bridge.
Yes.
You had some concerns about that.
Well, that is just a sore point right now. I think we have gone beyond whatever expectations from the government in terms of fixing that problem. That is just a nightmare. And I'll tell you something here, and I'll tell Trinidad and Tobago the reality as to what it happens. We have a lot of businesses in Tobago literally shutting down because of that sea bridge and air bridge. Every single day, we have business people coming to us saying, listen, we cannot cope anymore. We are shutting down. We cannot face the bank anymore. How much more can you tell the commercial bank? How much more promise you can take? We have people telling us, listen, we haven't paid our installments for 3 months going on 4 months. That is literally a position to foreclose. All we asked since last year, August, to the central government was just, listen, keep the cargo vessel in place, or if you are getting rid of the cargo vessel, get a suitable replacement one for us. That is all we need now. We're not asking you for any special favors. We're not asking you. And get the fast ferry that people confidence, people can leave Trinidad. We're hoping that like a day like today, Friday, is a long weekend, that people would leave Trinidad. They know they can come to Tobago. They enjoy the weekend. We make some money and people leave on Monday or Tuesday morning and go back to Trinidad and go back to work. And that is because we don't have the international market anymore. And it's a simple request we made for a number of years, but look at what has happened. You have literally crippled the economy of Tobago. And people telling you point blank, and people have said to us point blank in the chamber that, listen, if we do not have a boat by the 30th of June 2017, we cannot continue opening our businesses in Tobago because we cannot promise the bank anything else. And the banks have to operate as banks because at the end of the day, they have to look at their timeline. It's a number. We had members going around yesterday just to check on people. And you could see the frustration, you could hear the helplessness and the hopelessness in people's voice. We cannot survive again, and that is what people are saying. So it is as serious as we thought when the Secretary would have read the budget presentation yesterday, that he would have at least come with something saying that, yes, a vessel has been secured for the inter-island transportation system. Yes, this is the name of the vessel. The vessel will be here. It will be operating the first week or the second week of July, or it will be operating month end. But we did not hear that, so we were a little disappointed that we would not have heard such remarks from the Secretary. But in terms of the budget, we were happy, and we hope that the government look at not just giving the Tobago House of Assembly 4.03 of the national pie, but look seriously at the development of Tobago, because we can contribute in a significant way to the economy of Trinidad and Tobago.
All right. So in general, it is a budget that you can actually work with. Still, though, you're seeing the sea bridges as an area that needs to be targeted, but you can work with this. You can work with this budget.
Repeat again?
You're able to work with this budget. You're happy enough, and you're able to work with this budget this year.
Well, I think we were happy in terms of the areas, because what we felt is that we saw where the Tobago House of Assembly was pointing to specific areas, saying this is what we're going to do, and what we need to hear from the Assembly when they actually get the actual allocation is to what are the time frames to get some of these things done, and how we are going to spend the money. And the chamber will be one of the watchdogs policing this new assembly to say, listen, you got the funds, this was the time frame that you promised within 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, and this has not been completed, so we will hold the Tobago House of Assembly to ransom this wrong, to spend the funds that they receive from central government in a meaningful and useful manner. And that is what we are asking Tobago. We're not saying, but if the external forces, things like the boat, things like the air bridge is not working, that is out of the control of us in Tobago. That is in Trinidad. And we are saying, please fix those problems. And just, we will go on with our business. We won't hear any fuss from Tobago. You won't hear any screaming from Tobago. But if you literally stifle and kill the economy of Tobago, we obviously will have to respond.